tuning in. Man, we got something interesting going on right now, folks. I just checked it on this time last year. This was happening as well. We've got some big gar and some white bass and a few stripers running right down here. There's a whole bunch of small bait fish coming out of this gully down here, and there are a lot of fish coming out of here. Oh, by the way, welcome back into the channel, my friends. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. Yes, sir. Welcome back into our channel. Yes, this is our channel. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Happy Friday, by the way. Happy Friday. I'm going to be putting one rod with worm here, but actually, these guys are seriously running. You can see them hitting the surface down here. I'm going to be using artificials for a while here until I'm sure we're going to spook them eventually, but I'm not sure what's going to be hitting worm right in front of me. And this is real snaggy, so I'm not really comfortable with fishing it with live bait, but we'll give it a shot. While we're fishing with artificials, we can we can cast at least one rod out here with worm, and that's going to be set here right by the bank because it's pretty deep in this gully right here. So it's I don't really have to cast out that much. Look at that. That line's pretty much straight down. All right, I've got on 2 inline spinners, and I might try some more different types of artificials because these guys are busting the surface. Might actually do good with the top water. Seriously, these guys are busting like fry down here. Shad and not shad, small skipjack and other things. Got one of let's see, Dougie Doug bought me these guys. This is inline. I'm not sure what type of brand this is, but he bought me these guys. Let's see if we can get some of these guys. Yeah, these suckers are really hitting right now. Look at them, just all over the surface. And that spinner's not spinning right. Interesting. Why aren't you spinning? And that one might not be very good, so. Some of these guys might be cheaply made. I'm not sure. And that one doesn't seem to be working so good. Boy, they are really hitting down here right now. There's a lot of oh, look at them. Ooh. Yeah, this one's just not working very good. I might have to get a different inline here. I also have one tied on my lighter rig too, but I'd rather get them on this heavier line. Yeah, this spinner is just not spinning right, this one. Yeah, oh well. That's one spinner down. We're gonna have to figure out the right ones. This one was working pretty good. This is pretty much the same, except just a little bit smaller. This is on my lighter stuff. I'd much rather have it on my heavier, but and come on, guys. Look at them. They are stacked in here right now, folks. A lot of gar, white bass, stripers. It looks like they're right at that gully. When I get near that gully, I seem to get a strike. If I don't land on top of it, which I just did. Duh, Michael. Off about a foot there. Not as easy as you think casting one of these inlines, freaking 30 yards. Oops, got him. Fish on, folks. Fish on. What do we got? Oh, pull off. Man. I don't know what that was. Man, there's some big ones down here, folks. They are just, and I got around that stupid, and I got a fish on. Really? Dang it. Hang on. I haven't done this in a while, since last year, so I got around this iron down here, folks. I actually got around that thing and I couldn't get it off, and a fish hit it. We do have one worm rod with worm down here. I think that last one was a looked like a drum. I'm sure they're in here too, chasing stuff. Let's see if we can get one more on here. Yeah, I see where they are now. They're near right in there. Oh, pop! Come on, come on. This is fluoro. It's got no stretch, so well, like 5% or something. So I should be able to get a hook set into them. Ah, come on. Yeah, they're running right down here, folks. Right now, if we get bored of trying to catch these big old gar and stripers and white bass and stuff, we can always go down there and fish for other species. I do have one rod with worm, of course. Oop. Oh man, look at that! You saw that fish come right up to the surface. Hmm. Well, I'll get one more on, folks. These guys are fun when they're doing this. Oh, that's vinyl worm. I saw that. I don't want to leave this out here, so let me get this out of the way. Oh, dude. Man, I was popping it hard. All right. I give up for just a second. Well, let's get into chat and see what's going on. We've had 3 fish hooked already. Man, these are big gar, big white bass. I had 1 drum hooked already, and I think 2 gar. Not to mention some massive fish out there a little deeper. And I know this spot, folks. You can't cast out here more than a couple feet without getting snagged if you're going to bottom fish. So I know that one's going to go very close to the bank. All right, let's get our tablet out here and check out what's going on in chat, folks. Hope you guys enjoy the show, and thanks for tuning in. Yep, it's noon. Just in time to start the chat, my friends. Let's see, where are we? And here we are. Come on, load her up. Come on. There we go. And we are really pixelated. Man, that imagery sucks, dude. Hang on, let me refresh this. And okay, yeah, we're looking fine now. Okay. It was just messed up for a minute there. Yeah, we've got some white bass and stripers running right now, folks. Man. This is incredible, folks. I haven't been a while since I've seen these fish running like this. We've got looks like millions upon millions of little fry coming out of this little gully down here, and they're pulverizing this stuff right now. Let's see. We have 30 people in and 15 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see. Chris is first in. How you doing, Chris? Chris says hi. Let's see. And Aaron. How you doing today, Aaron? Aaron also says hi. And Cuz says hello, Mike. How you doing today, Cuz? I'm gonna try to keep my voice down a little bit because they are really running right now, folks. I usually don't fish this spot, but they're in here. Oh, got them, folks. Fish on. What we got? Our first freshwater drum. That's what I had down here on that spinner about 3 times that's big. Look at the size of that sucker. Man, that gar is about 7 or 8 pounds. That's our first fish of the day, folks. Number 1. Yeah, cool little drum bud. Yeah, he got all mucky, but yeah, there's so many gar down here. I'm kind of afraid to stick my hands in the water. Hang on, buddy. Let me wash you off. Yeah, I don't want to stick my hand in the water too much down here. These guys are, with these guys running, and might get my hand nipped. Man, this guy is mean. Yeah, our first fish of the day, freshwater drum, about a quarter of a pound. Yeah, this guy has got an attitude, folks. Let's get him back in the water. See you, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get into chat, folks. Yeah, I've got some artificials and bait today. Man, can you believe it? Everything wants to hit today. I see him, Bonnie. Bonnie says, hello, Mike. New spot. I can't wait to see what you catch. Yeah, it looks like yeah, we're about 60 yards up river, no, down river from our regular spot. So we're gonna see. Because it says hello, Aaron. And see, it's Cindy. How you doing, Cindy? Cindy B. Cindy B says hi, Mike. Let's see, and Chris, how you doing today, Chris? Chris says, hey guys and girls. From the Netherlands here. Awesome. We're down in St. Louis, Missouri, down on the mighty, muddy Mississippi River. Cuz says hello, Chris. Chris says, hey, cuz. Let's see, Bonnie says, welcome in, Chris, and thanks for watching. From the Netherlands. Let's get one rod back out, so we've got at least one rod out here trying to catch some fishies for you guys. Yeah, we've got a tremendous amount of fish right now running right. We've got white bass, we've got a lot of gar down here, we've got a few stripers mixed in. I even had a drum hooked on an artificial, mind you, not on bait. I caught that last one on bait, but still, and that's extremely deep in that one spot. So there's a lot of fish that are piling up right in this one location. That's right on the edge, so that'd be perfect for these guys to zoom in on. And he says, welcome in, Chris. Let's see, Cindy B says, hi, cuz, Aaron, Chris, and Bonnie. Abby, how you doing, my friend? Abby says one fish. Yep, one freshwater drum when you get that on. Just say one drum, Abby. Abby says, hey, Cindy. I think we're going to be changing those numbers up a lot in this stream, by the way, Abby. Cindy says, hi, Abby. Cuz says, hi, Cindy. Abby says, I'm excited to count fish. Awesome, my friend. Let's see, Bonnie says, hello, Cindy. You're very, very good at it, too. Cuz says, hi, Abby. And he says, miss you, too. Bestie Abby. Let me see. You can do that right now, Abby. Just put in one drum. All right. When you want to put that in, I'll pin that up for you. Yeah, there we are. I see it. I've got to go back and chat here. Thanks, Abby. Let me see if I can find that right now. There, Abby. Appreciate it, my friend. Let's see. Abby says 3 fishing. Just one so far. We've had 3 hooked, though. Let's see if we can get some of these guys in. Cuz says, hope everyone's having a great day. Chris says, looking good from here. All right, we were pixelated for just a minute there, but we look better now. Let's take a few casts with this artificial again. I want to see if I can get one of these guys on. Keep one of these guys on. I've had them hooked like like 3 of them already. Man, I'm surprised that one didn't get popped. I was right in the danger zone there. Gotta find the exact speed to reel this, what depth they want to hit. Oh, pop, man. Ooh, look at that. I'm sure you saw that wake on that there. Come on, fishies. I know you're here. Ain't just one fish. Wait to feel that pop and set the hook. Come on, big guys. I know you're here. I see them all over the surface down here. Oh, man. Ooh. How'd I miss that one? I think I found the level they want to hit. So, oh, there it goes again. Man, those are just some big fish down here, folks. You can see them just coming out of that gully. Come on, big guys. I've got plenty of different colors and stuff if they get tired of hitting this one. Hate to sacrifice a rooster tail for these guys, but another big one. Man, the guys are just massive down there, folks. Might be better off with a little top water or something because these guys are hitting almost right up at the surface. See them, guys? See them down here? They're some big ones. They really are. Oh, pop. Got them, folks. Oh, man. That was a. Dang it. Shoot. I'm sure you guys can see that on the feed. Ah. Yeah, there's nowhere flat down here for me to put our worms. I did dig about uh let's see, uh 4 dozen of these guys today. That's why I'm a little late. I got into digging bait, and I forgot what time it was. And now it's what time it is. Ouch! Something bit me in the ear. That stung. Heck was that? Probably an ant. Let's see. Chris says fish on. Let's see. Radio, how you doing today, Radio? Radio says, hi, Mike. Greeting from Cincinnati. You got a bunch of water coming your way. We've had lots of flood water here. So it'll slow down from here into Iowa, Ohio. Push it down to you. Understood, my friend. We're dropping quite really fast right now, so it could just stabilize her. Abby says, I got it. Let's see, Deslino. How you doing, Deslino? Deslino says, hello, Uncle Mike. Let's see, Makati. Mike, I am still with you today. I'm from South Africa. Your biggest fan. Appreciate you coming in. I hope you enjoy the show today. Alexis says, I hope you catch some fish and good luck. Thank you, Alexis. I appreciate it, my friend. Chris says, hey, Mike. And Arnold, how you doing today, Arnold? Arnold says, hey, Mike, bro. That's the end. Timmy, how you doing today? Timmy says hi. Abby said, well, you got it. Abby says, you're welcome. Let's see. Dan, how you doing today, Dan? Appreciate you coming in. Hope you enjoy the show today, Dan. Dan says, Mike, brother. And Fishy Fingers Jackson. How you doing today, Jackson? Jackson with the thumbs up. Jackson says, Cindy. Chris says, good luck, Mike. Cuz says, hi, Jackson. Man, I'm seeing these guys right out the corner of my eye. I gotta fish, folks. I gotta do it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I gotta cast for them. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Man, there are just so many of these guys down here. I need to put on something perfect for these guys to hit. Look at them, just waked at it. Man, I can't seem to get a hook into these guys with this. These hooks are razor sharp. I mean, they stick to my finger instantly. No troubles with them. I mean, they're heavy duty treble hooks. Tell you what, I'll off shank these guys. Maybe that'll get me a hookup. So off shanking them means just bending them a little bit in one direction. All three hooks, like bend them a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. That way you can, when you set the hook into that hook will, those trebles will turn. Come on, big guy. Yeah, this is only like 6-pound fluoro, so I'm gonna have fun if I get one of these. Oh, pop! Ooh, he rolled on it. It was cool, kind of cool when I got down here, but man, it's starting to get warmer. Now, these guys are really, really active down here. They're pulverizing stuff. Not sure what I got besides inlines. It's gonna inline and maybe a top water. I got different colors as a bite on worm. I saw that. I saw him pecking on it. Dude, man, missed him. Didn't get much of the bait off. Now we're casting this very close, folks, because this is pretty snaggy here. So if you cast it out too far, you're gonna get snagged. You want to stay right on that sandy edge. That's like the 9th time that's happened. I don't know what to do with this bait bucket. Ugh. Tell you what, let me go get my artificial bag. I'll be right back. It's gonna take me a quick second. All right, we got her. We're on our way back. I'm figuring what to cast out here, man. These guys are seriously pulverizing stuff. I could try a little micro crankbait or something. Assuming I can get this little sucker undone. All right, that's almost. I got it like just barely stuck on something. What is that stuck on? Come on, let go. I could try this with my other rod. Ah, there we go. Got that off. Yeah, we're gonna try a little micro crankbait, folks. A little square bill. See if I can get one of these guys to hit this and get him hooked up. This cast's relatively good with this one, if I remember correctly. Man, there are grass carp and stuff, big ones hitting over there too. Over there to the left of us, well, right behind you guys. There's just a lot of fishing activity right now. They are running. All right. Let me show you what I just tied on. A little micro crankbait. Get a little bit closer to these guys. Oh yeah, that cast's pretty good. I keep my eye on that other rod as well. And how is that working? That's pretty good. It's running pretty straight. Oh, pop, man. Hoo-hoo-hoo. I felt that pop it. I just, twits that a couple times right down there by that gully, and he really smacked at it. See that bite on worm? I see it, folks. I see it. Oh, fish on, folks. That's our second. What do we got? Another freshwater drum. Awesome. Second of the day. Yeah, we get to fish for these guys and fish for some big old gar and white bass while we're doing it. Beautiful fish, folks. I love it. That is a really bluish, silvery colored one. Man, look at the colorations on that fish. Incredible. Beautiful fish, folks. Just wonderful, folks. Gotta love it. All right, buddy, let's get the hook out of you. Get you back in the water and swimming for another day. All right, where's that hook? Man, it's down there right in the jaw. Why always getting in the upper jaw? All right. Hook is out. No muss, no fuss, no blood. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. And we got someone's line. Let go of it. Stupid thing. All right, let's get back into chat, folks. See what's going on. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Let's see 31 incredible people and 42 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I'm sorry I'm backed up in chat. Let's see, Chris says, Jackson, you know it's the weekend, right? It's a weekend where you are. It's still Friday here, gummit. Let's see, Chris says, Abby. Chris says, and everyone in chat. Jackson says, "Oh right, sorry, Chris. LOL." And seeing Pierre Coops, how you doing today, Pierre Coops? Pierre Coops says, Chris. Cindy's laughing her butt off. I do not know why, but she is. Let's see. Abby says, "Hey, Pierre." Let's see. And Chris says, Maestro Pierre. Pierre says, FFS. Cindy says, Pierre. Cuz says, let's go. Double tap that screen. Subscribe and share. Share us out with your friends, and it's free. Thanks for supporting the channel. Yeah, by the way, if you guys want to donate, help out with these hard times, PayPal, Cash App, linked in my description on my main channel. If you do, if you don't, it's okay. Helps out the channel so much, and right now we can use every single penny, folks. Believe you me. And he says, good evening, everyone. Jackson says, OAM. That's the end, Melvin. Melvin, how you doing today, Melvin? That boy Melvin says, hi, all. Hey, MVP. Melvin says, hey, Pierre and Cindy. Melvin says, hi, Chris. That's the end, Brian. How you doing today, Brian? Brian says, hey, MVP. Was talking to you when out fishing Ontario's last night. I remember, buddy. He was trying to see if he could get some carp and goldfish in there right now. He's like, they're too smart for me. Ooh, it's actually getting kind of hot, folks. I think I'm gonna shed off a layer of clothing. This morning it was pretty cool, but right now she's getting a little bit warmer. I think I'll go to the t-shirt. It's getting hot, folks. So especially down here in this sun. And somebody really, how you doing? Somebody really was here. How you doing, my friend? Chris is laughing his butt off. He's got enough butt to laugh off for all of us. Chris says, Gary, I have a joke for you. Let's see, Gary, how you doing, my friend? Gary says, Chris, my favorite moderator. Well, I'm backed up in chat. I'll never catch up. Now let me get one rod back out at least. And get one rod out. Stupid can't fish, and they hitting too fast right now again. They doing that down here, folks, eh? They friggin' hitting faster than I can cast in. Both and look at those things just every second down there, just busting the surface. Man, it's hard to read chat and fish with an artificial. It is. All right, that's okay, folks. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see. Gary says, "Hey, Cindy." That's the end. David, how you doing today, David? David, English if you can. If you can't, emojis are fine. But how you doing, David? I hope you enjoy the show today. Chris says, heading out myself. Catch a big one on Mike. All right, good luck, Chris. And thank you so much, my friend. Gary says, going live, Chris. Chris says, maybe. Maybe, Gary. No promises. Chris says, thanks, buddy. I see Chris says, bye. All right, good luck, my friend. Who is this? I see Pache. How you doing, Pache? Pache says hi. How you doing, Pache? Or Pache, I'm not sure. At the Abby, just 2 freshwater drum, Abby. And Bonnie, how you doing today, Bonnie? Bonnie says hello. Hello, Rachel. Abby says you're welcome. Abby says I got it. Yep, yeah, you got it right there, Abby. Let me see if I can find that in chat here. We're backed up so far, I might not be able to even freaking find it. Uh, there we go. I found it. Thanks, Abby. Appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, we just been in for a few minutes. Yep, you got it, Abby. Let's see, Eric. How you doing today, Eric? Eric says the Missouri River. Nope, it's the Mississippi River down by the Arch in St. Louis. But you were very close. Abby says excited for being friends with you, Cindy. And he says Abby. And he says yes, Abby. We've been friends for a long time. All right, we about caught up in chat, folks. Finally. And he says okay. Abby says it's feeling good. Let's see. How you doing today, Alan? Alan says yo. Hey, yo, Alan. What's up, buddy? How you doing today, my friend? Abby says I'm afraid of a needle. You and me both, my friend. I am. Yeah, I don't even like you. I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, there are some big ones down here, folks. We're getting some bites on worm, and we're also getting some big ones hitting the some artificials down here. A lot of them are gone, but they're oh man, that one pulverized it. How'd I miss that one? Sheesh. These are small hooks, so I've got a oh look at that one. Man, that's a big old gar. That'd be 15, 20 pound gar. I think I might have too small a lure on, dude. That's huge. Oh, look at him. Ooh, look at him chase it. Look at that, folks. That was a massive gar. Let's wait to feel that pop and set the hook. Oh man. I like this little micro crankbait. It's like 7 or 8 times they just smashed it and I just missed them. Trying to keep an eye on that other rod as well. I don't want to have it get pulled in while I'm doing this. Because this I won't get it back. It's like super deep right here in this one spot. I mean, right there by that gully, that's about 35 to 40 feet deep right there. Oddly enough, it gets really shallow, like 4 or 5 feet past this gully, but it's a massive drop off right there. It comes right back though. I don't fish it much because it's super snaggy. That's why I'm fishing back from it with the worm. I don't want to get in that stuff. I'll get snagged really, really bad. But casting artificials, you cast right over the top of the stuff. Man, that's heart racing, folks. It is when they do that. popping like pop, 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 pop. All right, let's go back to the little spinner here for a minute. Man, that was just. I'd have like massive one just chase it right up to the bank. I'm amazed I'm not getting a hook into these guys. Look at that, just right up at the surface. I think I saw that. Was it a bite on worm? I'm on big guys. I might have to switch up colors. They might not. They might be done with the purple. I'm on big guys. Look at that, just massive gar. They're running right now. Might try a different color here. First train, folks. I'm on big guys. Man, I wish I'd have gotten one of them in. I had 3 or 4 of them hooked. At least 3 of them hooked. Just chasing baits down there. I'm kind of curious. That was a pop rock, man. I'm kind of curious as if they'll hit a top water. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. So let me put on my little popper. Now these guys are really active, so they're pulverizing stuff right up at the surface. So let me see if they'll hit a popper or something. I really should put this on my other rod because I don't know about this 6-pound fluoro working like this. Hang on, folks. Let me get this on here and I'll come check the chat, okay? I've got to refresh this one worm rod anyways. And you know, we don't have to spend too long here, folks. It's not like we're stuck here. If these guys kind of die down, I can always move just a little bit up the river and we can start fishing for carp and grass carp again. Carp, grass carp, other species. All right, let's get into chat and see what's going on. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Let's see. Alan says, what's up? You good? I'm okay, my friend. Doing okay. Out here down on the river catching some fishies. Abby says, I'm so scared. Well, it'll be over before you know it. Positive Pokes, how you doing, Positive Pokes? Positive Soap says, Bill Dance. And good day. Good day to you too, my friend. Folks with a smile. I see in Jelly. How you doing today, Jelly? Jelly says hi. 26 incredible people in. I'm seeing 57 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Now we're gonna try top water down here for just a minute. See if we can coerce these guys into hitting. Look at that. Something grabbed on the end of that worm and tried to get it off. I didn't even look at these guys. My worms are trying to die. They're all up to the surface. Oh boy, that's not good. I'm gonna have to put these guys in the shade or something. They are not gonna make it. Yeah, they are not gonna make it, folks, out here right now. I'm gonna have to make some shade for them. Put a rock over them or something. Ah, that'll do, I guess. Get some shade on them. Yeah, they can't stand being out in the sun, even if it's about 85 to 90. Even garden variety will die, folks. I think we're gonna move this up just a little bit. I think I might have been a little bit too close to that spot. All right, it's on the bottom. Come on, fishies. Let's see this top water works. I'm gonna cast around this popper for a bit. Yeah, you guys know my little rebel rattle pop. It's not the right color, but oh, it's acting weird. I think I got it wrapped up. Oh, no, I didn't. That was weird. Just, I'm on, big guys. Makes me almost want to put some bait over there by them. Yeah, they're right out in front of me. I'm on, big guys. I know you're there. Come on, hit. I'd like to get one of these gar in for you. Might be a bite on worm. I think I'll move this quickly across this water first, and before I slow her down, because they are very, very aggressive. What was that? Sucker hit my line. Did you see that? Man, I'm just I'm so on point right now with these guys. I just amazed they are not popping at that. Look at that. Just I can see that fish right. He chased something right into the bank. He got so close he had to back off. Hmm. Interesting. They won't hit a top water here. At least pop at it. They ain't even going after it. That's the one lure I haven't gotten a strike on yet. Is the top water. I used to always hook gar when I was younger. Now I can never keep them hooked. Like when I was younger, I'd hook a gar and I wouldn't be able to get the hook out of the sucker. And now it seems like I can get them to hit. It is so tough keeping a hook in them. I don't know if they changed the hooks nowadays or what. Oh, pop! Ooh, that was he popped at it and knocked it right out of the water. I was right in by the bank. All right, last cast with this one before I come check that chat, folks. Is no sense wasting so much time with a bait that's not really getting that much. What was that? Went after. Oh man. Oh, but then again, maybe I'll wait a second. Maybe I'll take one more cast. He's already going after it. Come on, hit it. Oh, look at that sucker. Look at him. Got him. Oh man. Tight going, man. I had that one hooked too. Hey, they're even hitting top waters, but man, keeping them hooked is another matter. Joey says good. Awesome to hear. And see, Slick, how you doing today, Slick? Slick says top of the morning. Top of the morning to you too, my friend. Let's see, Shadon. How you doing, Shadon? Shadon says hi. Let's see, Cuz says sick. Slick says Cuz. Cuz says 60 likes. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Subscribe and share. Share us out to your friends. And thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you, Cuz. So he says, let's get 100 likes. I'm happy my friends and family come in, and I hope I'm always had been people pop the thumbs up. That way I know I'm putting on a good show. Let's see. Yep, Slick says double tap that screen. Abby says double tap that screen and tap your screen welcome button. Turn on notifications and like button. Abby says last cast. Oh boy. Let's see. Bonnie says, oh man, you had it. Slick says, what are you fishing for today? Let's see. Right now, we've got some freshwater drum and who knows what else on worm right over here on a big rod. Over here by this gully, we've got some big old gar, stripers, white bass, and some other species down here. They're active. Slick with that. Let's see. Let's see the star emoji. Thank you for those gems. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Abby says thank you. Abby says double tap that screen, y'all. Let's see, 20, 23 people in, 64 thumbs up. I think people want to fish. I got to figure out a way to hook these suckers. I think I know how, but man, this is going to be tricky. I'm just going to have to go to a simple jig head. Yeah, what we're going to have to do is cast a little jig head with either a soft plastic or something, a single hook that I can snag into these suckers because the trebles just don't seem to be holding. And I know that sounds stupid, but a single jig head will hold better than a set of trebles on a fish that's got a very bony mouth. Ah, I got a little line on there and that will come off. Crap. That's gonna back to bite me. And where's my lighter and stuff? I gotta get this line off this jig head. What we're gonna do is if we're just gonna cast a jig head with, probably what would be even better was just a jig head with a little piece of worm on there. And just bounce that down that current because an artificial, they're gonna grab it and spit it out. But if it's got a little actual bait on it, man, they'll eat it. So that'll probably be our best technique is a little jig head here. I'm in tune to catch one of these guys. I've had like at least 5 of them hooked down here. These suckers are not easy to hook, folks. See these gar can be tricky. The single jig head should hold better with these guys than the treble. Assuming I can get the line through, which I can't. After I burnt that line off there, I sealed the hole back up. I got to open the hole back up now. Yeah, I had a tag end on that jig head, and I had to trim her, and then the seal the hole back. So, yep. I don't have a bobber in here, do I? No, probably not. Probably in my box somewheres. All right, we are going to put on a little pink and tip that with a little piece of a worm. Yeah, this should actually hold better than the I'm gonna show you guys this when I've got her put on and our worms are starting to go down. That's bite on worm. I see him. Oh, fish on, folks. That's big. Yikes. Fish on, folks. What do we got? I think we got a buffalo. No, common carp. Big common. Man, I got to watch these guys because I've been ripping the hooks out of them recently. Whoa, girl. Whoa. Whoa. Yep, she's in that current. Yikes. Hang on, folks. I got to go after this one. She just took off in the current. That's not snag, folks. That is all fish. Come on, girl. Come on, we need you. Back here. Man, she took off in that current, man. That's a big one, folks. Solid 10. I thought we had a buffalo for a minute, but that's a big old common carp. Come on, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, I'm just letting her pull herself back up. I don't want to pull too hard in this because this is some super current right here. Man, I about pulled my arm out of socket when I set the hook because I thought it was going to be a little fish. It wasn't. Don't you love it when that happens? Yeah, come on, girl. Whoa, girl, whoa. Yeah, she every time I get her in here shallow, she darts back into that super heavy current. Come on, girl. We need you. Oh yeah, that's an easy 10. Oh wow, watch that. Felt that sucker shift. I'm 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 trying, folks. This is tough in this stuff. Come on, girl. Oh, that's that top dorsal fin. Pop that hook, man. That's how you lose these guys. That top dorsal fin will jolt that hook and it'll go loose. Yeah, it's about 10. Easy. Come on, big girl. Let me touch you. Come on, girl. We don't play with this fish. Got to get her in. Come on, don't do it, Michael. Don't. You want to, don't do it. Man, she is thick. I'm having trouble getting her into the shallows. All right. Oh no. I think we got her, folks. Yeah. We got her. Awesome, folks. That's about a 10. Ah, there we go, folks. Yeah, about a 10. Maybe 9, 9, 10. Very, very fat. That's why I'm gonna give her a 10. Usually this fish would only be about an 8, but she's got a heck of a belly on her. Incredible fish, folks. Gotta love it. Hey, took us a minute, but leave it to MVP to wind up hooking something he's gonna have to get slimed on. Yep. Gotta love it, folks. Man, that is a gorgeous common carp. All right. Yeah, that tasted carp taste. Yeah. Anybody got a breath mint? Seriously. Gotta love it, my friends. Gotta love it. All right, girl. Let's get you back in the water. Check out that big, bright, bright red tail. Orange and white. Beautiful. All right, girl. Ah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Awesome. That's why I figured I'd bring my worm rod over here. Over here as well. I figured, what the heck? All right, folks. So, Abby, if you're still in, that's the 110-pound carp and 2 drum. Abby says, double tap that screen, y'all. And Slick, so much for that $2. Awesome, my friend. And seeing Crest, awesome, my friends. Thank you so much for those $2 super stickers. Thank you so much. Slick says, "Stay hydrated, brother." I'm trying, my friend. And see, Lois, how you doing today, Lois? English if you can. If you can, emojis are fine. Let me make sure to get those hearts and thumbs up. There you go, heart, thumb up, and heart and thumb up. All right, thank you guys for those super stickers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, yeah, if you guys want to donate straight to me right now, PayPal and Cash App's linked in the description on my main channel. If you do, if you don't, that's okay. But I really, really do appreciate those donations, my friend. Slick says hi. Let's see, and Carlos, how you doing today, Carlos? Carlos says, "Gotta see you, brother. Hope you're going well." Eh, same old down here, living down on the river right now, living from dime to dime, waiting for YouTube to pay off. It's gonna pay off, uh, probably tomorrow for me. So just gotta wait for that to come in. Yeah, down to like $3 left in PayPal. It's enough to get a soda, I think. Gail says, "Take off the shoes, stat." Nah. And T6 says, "No rubber hooks today." Boy, I hope not. I hope not, my friend. That's the Nop. How you doing, my friend? Boy, that's a tricky language, but thank you so much for coming in. Hope you enjoy the show today. Let's see. Chris says, "Yep, that's a nice carp." Let's see. Makita says, "Nice one, Mike." Thank you so much, my friend. Bonnie says, "It looks pretty for the camera." Yep, I like that one. And Caden, how you doing today, Caden? Let's see. Aiden says, "Sup." How you doing today, Aiden? Gail says, "Nice." Let's see. Carlos says, "Nice. I love her." Well, let me get these rods back out. Well, one rod out. We need one rod with bait, and that knocked our weight off. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to replace it. That's a good thing about using these lug nuts as weights, folks, because if they fall off, oh well. And they're designed to fall off. So if these guys get snagged, they're designed to come right off the hook. I mean, come right off the line. Jeez, there's some massive fish over here to the left, just playing around behind you guys. I spooked some really big fish out of this cove over here, and they're ticked, and they're just one big common carp. Yeah, you didn't want the carp, right? Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought you said you didn't want the common carp. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had a lot of these big gar hooked. I can't keep them pinned. All right. Hang on. This will just take a moment to re-rig this. Good luck. They're raising havoc over there, busting the surface left and right over here. I think they're big grass carp and carp. Now over here, I'm seeing some like all kinds of different fish, but you know how it is fishing them rocks over there. I'm fishing. Yeah, I'm fishing right by the bank, so I'm kind of avoiding it at the moment, at least. At the moment. All right. Good luck, buddy. Yeah, I think I'll add a little bit extra weight on this one because this current's pretty heavy over here. Yeah, these are designed to fall off, folks. So these bread wrappers are much lighter than than the line. So you put that on there like that, right? And that is on there good and tight. That's not going to come off. Make a little loop out of this. And just make sure that's made so that there's a hole there. And that way you've got a weight that just basically falls right off your hook. Like if I get this stuck in a snag, folks, that bread wrapper will snap and your line won't break off. But that's strong enough to where, yeah, you're gonna stay. That's not gonna break unless you double that rod over. And that was a good fish, folks. So now we've caught one big common carp and 2 freshwater drum. And I dug 40 of these guys today. Well, 2 dozen, so 48, 50, something like that. Pretty close. And they're okay out here as long as I keep a rock over them. Keep some shade on them. All right, let's get back out here. I get back into that chat. That's pretty good. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. It says how many fish? Let's see, one big let's see, 1 common carp and 2 drum. And let's see, Doug's sent 10 memberships. Thank you so much, Dougie Doug. Yeah, we're getting some strikes on those spinners you sent me, buddy. But man, keeping them hooked. That's awesome, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for those members. We got 10 new memberships. Awesome, folks. Thank you, Dougie Doug. Let me make sure to get that a thumbs up and everything. Thanks, Doug, my friend. And our second train, folks. Very close. I'll pin it for now, Daddy. It's gonna have to see those later. Awesome, my friends. Abby says WWs. If WW is in the chat for Dougie Doug. Abby says, hey Matt, hey Mark. Let's see, Slick says Doug. Abby says 2 drum and 1 carp. You got it right. You got it right lower down there. So let me redo that. Well, this is I think our chat is frozen on this end. So, no, it isn't. So why am I showing it on this one? Interesting. Oh, it's up higher. I see it now. I see it, Abby. There you go, Abby. That's right now. You're good. Thank you, Abby. Yeah, we got it right that time, Abby. Let's see, Paul. How you doing today, Paul? All says Coop. Let's see, Doug says Pier. Abby says I need a membership. Abby says, "Yep, you got it." Let's see. Paul says nice. Pierre says Paul. Let's see. Paul says I want to make some bollies, but I'm tired. Oh, that's another bite. I saw that. Pop, pop, pop. Man, I'm getting strikes on artificials right now, and I'm getting bites on worm. It's hard to figure out what I want to fish for. Here says Paul. Let's see. Paul says, "Got you. I'm well tired." See, 24 people in and 73 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. And it feels like you got that bait off. Well, pretty much all of it. Yep. Cleaned it. That's no worries. Ah. We got plenty. And these guys are hitting today, folks. We're catching them. And I gotta put something over the top of this, and the only place to do that is over here. So I have to do that over there. All right, worm's back on. And who knows what you're gonna catch down here, folks? You never know. Tell you what, let me cast this. I want to show you guys this that little jig head technique I was telling you about. Let me see if I can actually hook one of these gar and keep them on. There's just so much bait down here. Hard to get them to go after something. That's not big and flashy and it's a pop. Yeah, he hit it. I just missed him. Oh, it's a bite on worm. I saw that. I'm still hitting it too. Ooh, man, just a split second behind it, folks. Yeah, these common carp stuff. It doesn't pay to wait for them to double the rod over, because 9 times out of 10 they won't do it. They'll just peck, 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 and then your bait's gone. All right, let's see how to do this. I need a spot where I got this built up where I can just set her down in the shade. That'll work. That's pretty deep here, folks. If you stepped off right here, you go over your head. Look at that. Just sink, 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 sink. Keep sinking, keep sinking, keep sinking, keep sinking, keep. Oh, we're finally hit the bottom. I said it's deep here. I should probably have this with a bobber, but I'm not sure where my bobbers are. The bobber is just to give it like a extra, because when you're popping that in the water, that bobber will pop on top of the surface and it'll kind of attract them. Ooh. Oh man, that was a Adam. Got the worm. I bit my. Look at that. If you don't think that was a strike, folks, bit my tail off. Little stinker. Bite on worm. I set the hook weird. That was weird. That was weird. Yeah, bit my tail off, folks. Little stinkery bit my tail off. Oh, hit it again. Come on. Something pecked on that once or twice. I see him still pecking on it too. Very light on that one this time. Sometimes that'll happen, folks. You'll get a big one and they'll kind of spook the spot for a few minutes. Sometimes not. Sometimes it does. I think this floral is too sensitive. I'm feeling the strikes long before I should be setting the hook. Hmm. That's why I was worried about this. You can hook them on this, but they got to find it first. Bing, 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 bing. What is that just pinging on it so lightly? Still plenty of room over to the left if I want to go over there. It's actually, as it gets later in the day, that shorelines keep getting shadier and shadier. All right, folks, let's see what's going on in chat. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. 34 people in and 77 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see. Paul says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, sir, Paul. Abby says, hey, Paul. Let's see. Paul says, hit that like button. Let's see. Paul says, hey, Abby. Let's see. Gail says, anybody counting the train cars? I lost count. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. I lost count too. Let's see. Paul says, subscribe, Abby. Awesome, my friend. Let's see. Abby says, thank you so much. Let's see. Pierce says, 21 times a lot. 2 times a lot. Abby says, we lost a fish. Let's see. Paul says, so. Paul says, let's go. Oh, ooh. Okay, I got you. Let's see. Rod and rifles. Well, staying in chat for a couple of live feeds, and I like to give out wrenches so everyone can kind of sub up and sub up back to each other. Yeah, we're kind of a growing community. Try to stay positive, keep moving forward. Trey Jackson. There's plenty of channels out there that. Now I like to have people come in a couple times before I give out a wrench, but that's about the gist of it. And I do have some main mods. I only have like 2 or 3 main mods in here. And see, and Trey, how you doing today, Trey? Trey says, you how it going? Uh, how's it going today, my friend? Doing pretty good. 2 freshwater drum and a big old common carp. Let's see, Johnny Lamb. How you doing today, Johnny Lamb? Johnny Lamb says, what's up? Rod says, looks like a decent spot. Yeah, we got some big ones down here right now, folks, but keeping them hooked is another matter. And Colbert, how you doing today, Colbert? Colbert says hi, everyone. Yeah, this is not just my channel, it's everyone's. I wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for you guys. So that's kind of explains that situation. What the heck is that? Oh, that's my weight. It slid down the. Gummit, really? That was dumb. I must have not tied that on exactly right. Crap. That almost never happens. I must have just not had that on completely completely tight enough. We have to tighten that down just a little bit more. All right, that should do fine. That was a mistake on my part, folks. And something got the majority of that worm off again on us. I'd like to get back to casting some. We got some big gar and white bass and stripers down here, and I've been catching some carp and drum over here to the left on worm. And just getting these guys hooked and keeping them hooked. I've had several busts on a popper, a whole bunch of strikes on an inline. Just keeping these suckers hooked. Yeah, I figured that was gonna get snagged, so oh well. That's okay. I was gonna put an inline back on it anyways. Hang on, folks. Let me get this back. Get this back with a spinner. Question is, what color? A little blue. Okay. Oh, got him. Oh, nice. Honestly, buddy, I actually forgot. I want to tell you the truth. I forgot about because these guys I got down here, all of a sudden I was bam, 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 bam. I forgot. Man, them hooks are frigged up on this one. Well, now that happened. Must have bent it or something. Man, that is messed up on this. All right, that looks okay. That looks okay. That one's got to be bent in a little bit more, and that one's got to be bent in a little bit more. I don't know how I did that. Must have got it stuck on something and bent it out. I'll trim up the leader on this. Hey, not supposed to use a lighter on fluorocarbon, but I do it anyways. All right, we've got Dougie Doug. We've got let's see, one of your little blues on here. That's another inline. One of you sent me. Yeah, they're actually hitting these, but keeping them hooked is proving to be quite a challenge. Oop, pop. Come on, hit that again. And that sucked. Cast should have went twice that far. That's how far it should have gone. Whoa. Sorry, folks. This every once in a while, it's falling with style. I didn't actually hit the ground. That's close. Yeah, you always see me slipping and sliding down here. There's still some big ones down here. I just got to get them to hit. I bet you if I put a little tiny micro rooster tail on, they'll hit it. But these bigger ones, they're kind of shying away from because they're hitting really small stuff. Oh, that was a pop. I felt them. Oh, dang, dude. You just watch that rod pop. All right, one more cast before I come back, refresh this rod, and I come check that chat. I got him, folks. Fish on. See if I can keep him pinned. Got that one. Let's see if we can keep him pinned, folks. Nice gar. Look at him run. Man, that fish run. Look at him. Look at him run, folks. Don't want to take the weight off this fish. He's right on my other rod, and right underneath it, popped off. Right, just went right underneath my other rod. Thank gummit. I can never get them gar in. I can't do it. Not on artificials. I used to be able to do it when I was younger. I can't do it no more. Two rods and a lot of pressure. You got it right. Let's see. Andy says, "Hey, Mike, and good luck out there." Thanks, Andy. I appreciate it, my friend. Let's see, and Ferg. How you doing today, Ferg? Ferg is MVP in chat. Let's see. Colbert says, I did a lot when I lived in BC, but now I'm I'm Saskatchewan, and I'm only allowed one with the regulations. We're allowed 3 rods actually, 3 rods per person down here. Let's see, rod and rifle. That's all right, my man. I don't need to be a mod. Subscribe now. Just love a good chilling fishing live. Awesome to hear. I think you're in the right channel then. We get some pretty good action though. Just come in for another live feeder or two, and I'll make sure to get you that wrench. Let's see. Colbert says I'm good. Thanks and good luck out there. Kevin, how you doing today, Kevin? Kevin says, "Hey yo, what's up, MBP? How you folks doing today? Doing okay? Let's see, 2 freshwater drum and a big old common carp." It says hi, Kevin. That was a pop. I saw that on the side of my eye. Let's see. Era, how you doing today, Era? Era says, "Cool, bro." Randy says, "Just tuned in. Where are you fishing today?" About 20 yards up, downriver from our previous location. Yeah, we're down here right almost smack dab on top of the bridge. I'm surprised we're getting a signal today because it says on. Randy says fish on. Man, yeah, I can't believe I missed that, Rod. It says awesome. Yep, definitely a good fight. And it says unlucky, Mike, bro. I still reel a 30-pound grass carp. Uh, it's going to show. I don't know when a 30-pound. Yeah, there's some big ones down here, folks. We've been 15, 20, 30s. Another train, folks. Yep, looks like she cleaned most of our worm off again. Another train. Train coming. Boy, that's irritating even for me. It's going to happen eventually. Believe you me. Let me put a little bit more fermented corn in the water. This is an interesting feed today, folks. I basically took 2 casts down here, had two gar hooked, and figured, man, this is a perfect. Let me just start the feed, turn the feed on. And pretty much that's what happened too. Now this spot you can't cast out very far, folks. You can't do it. If you cast too far out, you're gonna get snagged. It's sand, and then suddenly it turns to like rock, gravel, peat, like roots, and all kinds of trash and garbage and all kinds of crap right here in front of us. But well, I'm amazed I missed that fish. These hooks are razor sharp. Treble hooks, you should be able to keep the suckers hooked. Oh, wrapped around the tip, obviously. I mean, that happens when you're casting an inline. Even with fluorocarbon, the line's going to spin a little bit. Keeping an eye on this other rod. That was good, like probably 4 or 5 pound gar. Wasn't massive per se. I mean, I've seen some 15 and 20 pounds down here already today. One of the good old days when the gar used to swallow your baits. These guys never swallow anything down here. Even the gar down here on this river are smart. Bounce, bounce, come on. Hit that at least 3 times, and I never did get one to commit to it. Just pick, pick, pop, pop, pop. Ah, you see that? He had it. Yeah, my rod doubled over too. It's amazing you can miss some fish. Oh, pop. Come on. There's like 2 spots I'm getting strikes with these casts, folks. Uh, Down there right by the edge of that gully, and 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 right here, right before you get to that iron, right before it gets goes from shallow to deep. That was in too close, Michael. I won't waste the cast though. Got snagged on the rocks, of course. I knew that was going to happen. I didn't want to waste the cast though. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. Hang on, I just about landed on the bank over there. Snagged. Come off though. One more cast, folks. Before I go back and check that chat, okay? That wasn't far enough. I'm probably gonna have to move down a little bit so I can. I mean, I'm not gonna move you guys. I'm gonna move down a little bit. That's bite on worm. I saw him. Pop, pop. Come on, hit it. Come on, hit it. Ooh, do that pull again. Got him, folks. Fish on. Got that one. What do we got? Ah, that's bigger than you think it is. What do we got? Line drags all loose on me. Channel cat. No, I got him. Channel catfish, folks. Oh, that's a nice channel. Couple pounds. Come here, big guy. Ah, nice fish, folks. You can have them. No worries. Just let me show them off to YouTube first. No worries. Yeah, that was on Nightcrawler, folks. Yeah, that's a solid about 2.5 pounds. Easy 2.5 pounds. Beautiful textbook picture perfect channel catfish, folks. Beautiful. Incredible fish, folks. I love it. I love it. Beautiful fish, folks. And on the Mad Cat series rod. All right, folks, let's get him in here close for you guys before we Yeah, I've got a friend that's gonna give me a couple bucks for him. I'm in need right now, folks. So no worries. He's an older gentleman. He eats easy himself. Sorry, buddy. You gonna go home to get eaten. No worries.
There's cold water in there.
Ah,
Give me a cigarette.
oh, were those mine?
Yeah.
All right. Got them?
Wait a minute. Let them down.
All right.
I'm going to put them in there. See your cigarette.
All right. Thank you.
Uh,
Appreciate it.
water if you want it. It's not ice cold.
I'm good. Appreciate it, though.
I brought it down. I said, well,
Yeah, it's tough right now, folks. I'm gonna take every dime I can get. I'm afraid. I see 32 people in and 90 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, that fish is definitely not gonna get wasted. Yeah, that fish is gonna get eaten, right?
today, probably.
Yep, today. That's the end, Randy. I don't guess. I want to tell where is the fishing hole, Abby? Above the bridge. Yeah, we're just about on top of it right now. Whatever you got, buddy.
Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fair.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I know you'll do the same for me.
Yeah,
If I do the
definitely.
same for this one.
Definitely, my friend.
No problem. You know that.
Yeah, thanks to this, I'll keep you a few more if I catch them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna last me pretty much the end of the week at least till Monday. Hopefully YouTube pays off by then. Thank you so much, buddy. Let's see, Cuz says all aboard the Fish Express. Let's see, Cuz says fish on. Randy says, oh yeah. Yeah, we caught plenty of catfish down here, folks, and he's gonna eat them. And yeah, well that's all I'm gonna say about that. That says nice catch. Let's see, Rod says fish made me lose a count on the train count. Oops, sorry. Rod says good looking and fishing. Congratulations. Thank you, Rod. Let's see, Green River. How you doing today, Green River? Green River says howdy, Mike. How are you? And having a great day, buddy. Having a pretty good day too, my friend. Let's see, we've caught one pretty big common carp. Let's see, one nice channel catfish, and then 2 freshwater drums so far. Let's see, Rod says, yep, they're definitely good eating. Channel catfish, that's about the perfect size. You can't beat that size, folks. Yeah, our worms are coming up to the surface again. I got to get some shade on them. Dug in the ground a little bit and get some shade on them. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to put them back here again. Now, our worms are roasting in heat. It happens. I try not to let it, but it does. So you never know what you're going to catch down here, folks. We've had 4 species. We've only landed 3 of them. I'd like to have, those are some big spotted gar down here. Incredible colorations on that last one. The top of that fish was bright green. That gar I had hooked, I had them right to the bank, but they are tough to land. They are definitely tough to land, folks. And are my weights still on there? Or did they come off on me? And no, yeah, they came off on me again. That's the advantage and disadvantage of using this technique. That was obviously hooked on a snag. When I remember, I said there's so many snags over here, right? That little lug nut was stuck in a snag, and it come off by breaking that bread wrapper. And that way you don't lose the weight, the fish, and everything. You just wind up losing that little steel lug nut. And that's okay. That'll rust away in in a very short amount of time. It's not bad for the environment or anything, so can't complain about lead in the rivers and stuff when you're using steel lug nuts. I want to get down here a little bit closer to these big guys. See if I can get one of these suckers to hit. Yeah, they seem to be right on that gully, but below it. Whenever I get a bait down there, pop just a little bit deeper from them, I get a strike. Now, hooking them is another matter. Like 9 times out of 10, they're just whacking at it. And don't worry, folks, I'm keeping my eye on that other rod. And with our mic feed on, I can walk away a little bit and still hear me like I'm right there in front of you. Oh, pop, man. I don't know how I don't hook them things. It must just be smacking at them baits. And this has got a feather tail to it. He should smack at that tail. Another train. I can hear it coming. Let's see if it turns. Nope, not going to turn. Here it comes. Oh, got him, folks. Fish on. Got that one. What have I got? I popped off. Dang it, dude. That didn't even feel like a gar. That was staying deep. Dang. These hooks are razor sharp. I mean, I got no excuses about the hooks. Shoot. Let me put this on my other rod. Maybe I can get a better hook set into them. I just can't believe I can't keep those fish hooked. And that one didn't even feel like a gar. That one didn't. That felt more like actually more like a friggin' catfish or something. It's a little heavier line, so monofilament as well. Trim up this leader real quick. Man, this is just fun, folks. I just can't keep them pinned. I have no idea why. I know I'm supposed to bring clippers, folks. I've lost a pair of clippers down here about a week ago. Still can't find them. They disappeared on me. Adios, muchachos. Sayonara. And they're wearing the paint off this thing. They're hitting it so many times. The only problem with this rod is I'm going to have to get closer to the spot to get a cast because I was casting with 8-pound fluoro and this is 10-pound mono, so I'm not going to get as long of a cast. Another spinner that I can get them to hit. I just can't keep them pinned. That's a good cast. Keep that up, Michael. That's where you need to hit. Come on, big guys. Hit this one. One where I can set the hook into hard enough to knock you out of the water on this thing. Big old barge going by, folks. I'm gonna have to check that signal here in just a second. Sometimes those big barges, especially when you've got a low quality signal to begin with, can really mess with your signal. Oh, pop! Come on. Right. Crap. I need to get a drink of something, folks. My throat is dry. At least I got enough for soda and stuff for now, folks. Let's see. Green River says, "How are you doing, Mike? And having a great day with you, bud. Awesome." Let's see. Rod says, "Yep, they're good eating." Let's see. Green River says, "Right on. I don't mind fish as long as they're not being used." Let's see. Brock, how you doing today, Brock? Brock says hi. And Paul says, "Hey, Mike. How's it going? How you doing today, Paul, my friend? Hope you're enjoying the show today." Let's see. Rod says, "How often do you do lives? If they are at this time, usually that's great because yeah, I'm in the UK and it's almost 8 p.m., which is perfect to tune in for me. I actually do them between let's see, I'm gonna say about 11 to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. So yeah, pretty much. Now we did start a little, well, 10 to 2. I usually do 3 to 4 hours. So this is about our time. So tell you what, let me get you a wrench, buddy. I usually don't do this, but let me get you a wrench. You've been very active in chat today and very supportive. There you go, my friend. Yeah, we usually do live feeds right around this time, so this is a perfect time for you to come in. I rarely ever do any more. In fact, I've never done a morning feed, and I've only done a couple night feeds. Very few evening feeds. I usually do them midday. Seems like I always do better fishing when I'm fishing midday because no one's fishing out here this time of the day. You get some of the best fishing spots if you don't mind getting burned to a crisp, which I don't mind. I don't mind at all. As long as I got the fishy sitting, I don't mind. And that just, messed up the current. That barge just, yeah, this current's ripping now. Did you see how fast this current's moving after that barge went by? Yeah, I'm gonna have to let her stabilize here for a second. All right, folks, that's back out. Yeah, this is a perfect time, I think. Let's see, 30 people in. Let's see, and 101 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Let's see if I can get this. I want. Oh boy, I'm gonna try. Let me see if I can find a better color here. I've got like hot pink, but this rooster tail only got one hook left on it. Let's see what else kind of spinners I've got in here. Let's see. Is it a bite? Uh, Those are spinners without any feathers on them. Oh, there went a chunk of the shoreline. That is also happening all the time down here as well. Hey, what? Let's change up colors. Let's go one without a feather on it. I mean, a trailer on it. Now we do about a lot of this time of the year: grass carp, common carp, blue cat flathead channel fishing down here on the river down here. During the winter time, we'll do some rainbow trout, crappie. Springtime's a lot of largemouth and stuff, and a mix of largemouth and river fishing. And that was a terrible tie, Michael. Just missed that thing completely, didn't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to refresh this worm rod again. I'm not sure. Stupid. That's what happens when you only have one halfway good eye, and the other ones you're pretty much blind in. Now that was a bite. I saw it peck that time. And this is just a fisherman's knot or an improved clench knot. I think they clenches down. What they call it, an improved clench knot. Whatever. All I know is it's a pretty good knot, and that's cut just so dang close to it. I had to cut it that close, didn't I? Well, oh, that's a little small, buddy. That one might want to be thrown back to grow up. About 2 years, he'll be good enough. Let's see. Rod says, "Thanks, buddy. I'll tune in to see what we're catching as much as I can. And prayers. All right, thanks, my friend. And I hope you enjoy our content." Let's see. Cuz says, "Hello, Rod." Let's see. Rod says, "Hi, Cuz. Glad to have found the channel and the fishing community. Yeah, we're a pretty cool fishing community here. We try to stay positive, keep that positive energy flowing. I'm sure you can check into a number of other live feeds as well that are pretty good. Buddy Justin Thunderstuck, he's got a great channel as well. Oh, that was up. I just pulled it out of his mouth. Oops. I don't want him. I see him. Ooh. I was just a few seconds behind that one. He was hitting on it pretty good. Bit off the end of the worm. And I got snagged. I don't want to lose this spinner. I'm going to have to walk down there and jiggle it out. Ah. There it is. See if I can hook them if I come down here right on top of them. Haven't done this yet, folks. I know you're far away. I apologize. But let's see if I can hook them doing this. Oh, fish on, folks. Got him. Fish on. What have I got? Got him. Nice gar. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. We got him. We got him, folks. Yeah, we got him. Our first gar of the day. Yeah, that's like a little pound and a half spotted gar too. Yep, very long nose, but got those distinctive spots on the back of them. So that's a spot. Awesome fish, folks. We got him. Yeah, I hooked him in the only spot here. Hook is out. That's how easy these guys are for the hook to come out. Got him, folks. Gotta love it. Awesome fish, folks. Whoa. Yep, he don't like this. Yeah, they never like being held up to YouTube. I don't know why. Look at that fish, folks. Look at them teeth. Look at them guys. Ooh, don't stick your hand in that fish's mouth. Don't do it. Okay. Ow. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. That stung, girl. I didn't know I did something like that. Wow. Ow. Ouch. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was one for the bloopers, folks. That's one for the bloopers, folks. Seriously, that stung. Let's see. Cuz says, hello, Rod. Let's see. Rod says, hello, Cuz. Glad to have you found the channel. And Kevin. Kevin says, yes, MVP Fishing. Well, you've been in a lot too, Kevin. Let me get you a wrench as well. Yeah, this is like the second or third feed you come in, so let me make sure to get you a wrench as well. Kevin. All right, there you go. Let's see. Kevin says, yes, MVP. Cuz says 105 likes. Up, yep, we're down. Yep, 28 people in and 108 likes, folks. Incredible. We've broken the 100 barrier already, my friends. It says, let's go. Double tap that screen. Subscribe and share. Share us out to your friends. It's free. Thanks for supporting the channel. And boy, thank you for all those reactions, my friends. Cuz says fish on. Rod says awesome. And Lisa, how you doing today, Lisa? Lisa says nice gar. Let's see, Bonnie says, those are such cool looking fish. Let's see, Gail says, yeah, gar, you're spotty. Cuz says nice gar, Mike. Thanks, cuz. Rod says, wow, looking fish. We don't have them here. Bonnie says, don't touch me, slap. Yep, that's what she did. Cuz says Lisa, an epic. How you doing, Epic? Epic says hi. Epic says, I got you with the follow. Appreciate that, Epic. Hope you enjoy the show and thank you for tuning in. Cuz says hi, Epic. Epic says fuzzy hi. Yeah, I am a little bit fuzzy. That happens when you get into your 50s or whatever I am. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm that old. Yep, I am that old, folks. I am that old. Can you believe it? I am that old. It's bad when you get so old you can't remember how old you are. I'm kidding. I'll be 59 August 31st, so I've got a birthday coming up. Yep, I've got a big old birthday coming up. Getting near that 60. That 60 mark is coming up. Maybe I find a lure I can hook him now. Cuz says hi, Lisa. Let's see. Epic says, I meant to say, oh, Cuzzy. I got you. No worries. I thought it was a little funny. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to go down there right by the edge of this sucker so I can Hook them. Yeah, you didn't want the gar, right? I didn't think so. Unless you want to cook for the next 3 days. Because it literally will take you that long to cook through their hides. Did you catch another one? Oh, okay. Yep, snagged up again. That's the only way to get these guys is to come right on top of them. Assuming I can get this out of stupid rocks. There we go. Now, this is a very small one, folks. This is a very lightweight one. Oh, pop. You guys yell if something tries to pull my other rod in. I'll be there eventually. Hopefully. Probably not from this distance. Come on, big guys. I know you're here. I'm surprised I'm getting a signal this close to this bridge, folks. Usually I don't. Work that so slow. As slow as I can work her. But make sure that blade keeps spinning. And that one guard, he pat me in the face, I guess. Guess he went back and told some nasty lies or something about me. I think, folks, we might be ready to move over. I've gotten one nice gar over here. I think these guys have kind of calmed down for the time being. There were some big ones hitting the surface down here, and they probably moved over here further to the left. So we're probably going to move behind you guys. Just let me get a couple more casts in here, see if I can catch another one. Well, it looks fine. Much lighter than my other one, so it's staying shallower. The other one was using much bigger, much heavier. About the same size spinner, was just heavier. Now this one won't freaking stay spinning. All right, I got to do one more because that one didn't feel right. That one looks a better cast. Get it out there deeper. I think these guys kind of turned off on us. I finally landed one. They did not like it. And you can notice you're not seeing them hitting the surface down here anymore. If you definitely, I don't see them hitting the surface anymore. Yeah, I think they turned off down here, folks. So get off that rock face. Dang, coming, really? Man, that sucker's stuck on there. Alrighty, I think we're gonna take a quick move. Shouldn't be too long. Quick move over. Hmm. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a quick move over, folks. I think the spot. Yeah, you guys can see all the gar kind of stopped down here, so they slackened up on us. Let's instead of wasting the rest of the trip, let's get over to some more fishies and see if we can keep on catching. Yeah, these guys kind of moved on over here because that worm didn't even get touched that time. Let's see, epic. It was funny. Let's see, Mid. How you doing today, Mid? Mid says hi. And that's the Maris. How you doing today, Maris? Maris says hi. And Clayton. Clayton also says hi. 35 incredible people in. It's the 114 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Tell you what, we're gonna move. Like I said, we're not gonna move too far. I think we're gonna move. I'm still seeing some fish hitting the surface over here. And so there's bound to be some more. I think we're gonna move right over here. Get you guys the reverse camera angle where you guys can see the entire shoreline down here for once. That looks pretty good right there. Okay, let's make sure she's all straightened up here. Popped in. Let's refresh that real quick. Make sure she's in clear. When you're moving stuff around, sometimes that camera will go. That's our big rod. I'll probably put bait on this other rod. Yeah, you notice they all stop. I guess it started. They come up with that really hot temperature. All that bait fish kind of stopped, so they stopped. I hit the very end of that run, folks. Hopefully, we'll get to see that again soon enough. There's almost no weight down, no current down here, so I don't think we got to worry too much about trash. Worry too much about the weight levels. We just got to have at least one weight on there. That should be good for that rod. Let me go get our other rods. Hopefully something doesn't pull that in before I get back. Yell if it does, folks. Please yell. They're not going to yell. You know they're not going to yell. There you go. Ha ha. There goes Mike's rod in. I'm kidding, folks. You would yell. It's just, I wouldn't hear you. I'm not that good of hearing. And we're just getting all our equipment just resituated, folks. Ow, that hook was sharp. Ow, 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 ow. And the hook was sharp, folks. That was seriously sharp. Very sharp. There's a bite on that rod, too. I see it. Dang it. I saw it. I saw it from over there, folks. Man, I about dropped everything. Dropped my tablet and everything. I was like, uh-oh, rod's going in. What are you doing, MVP? Your rod's going in the water again. Get it. I'm going. Yeah, spinners and stuff usually don't work down here, folks. They more like bottom bouncing down here. I could take a few casts to show you, but usually you don't get much in the way of strikes down here on this bank. And I think that was me hitting that rock. Man, I can't get that to cast right either. All right, now what do I want to put on this one? That's a reasonably good question. Let's see what I got going on here. I put the weights that I had on here in the side pouch here. It's just gonna. Which side pouch were they in? Could have sworn I put them in there, and they're not there no more. That's the reason why these boxes, folks, you lose a lot of stuff in them. You do. I mean, no matter how much you try to watch and keep your eye on your gear, the stuff's always going to fall out of these things. It might just be a hook or two a day, but that's enough. And that's a little itty bitty hook. Hate to put that one on. And I just dropped it. Oh well. There's our hook and our weight. Okay, I found it. I found it, folks. Mm-mm. Don't have any money for weights right now, folks, so we're using lug nuts. Lug nuts, washers, it doesn't matter. They work. You know what? I forgot our worms over there. Oops. Gotta go back and get them. Yeah, not bad so far. We've caught 2 nice freshwater drum, a big common carp, and a channel cat. We need to go back and get some stuff. Snagged. Yeah. Crap. Okay, where's my worms? There are my worms. And there's our bag. Yeah, it's a problem out there. Get a lot of people fishing, and that stuff you get on snagged on other people's snags, and you know how that is. And hopefully I've got enough to get something to eat too. Doubt that one though. Got enough to get a soda for sure. Get rehydrated on the way back home. Wait stop, folks. Making a wait stop. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And again, if you guys want to donate to the channel, help us out through these difficult times, PayPal and Cash App is linked in my description on my main channel, on my bio, where it says more. Just press that. You'll see several active links down below, PayPal or Cash App. If you do, if you don't, it's okay. No worries. But it would help out so much right now, folks. It definitely would. And I guess I'll cast this one right here. Assuming I can get a little rock face set up here. We're building a rock face. Doesn't got to be perfect. Just a little spot to hold the rod up a little bit. That's not going to work. And that's tucked in there. That's good. I think that will do. And look, the shade. Yeah, it's someone's line or your line. Could be your line snagged on your own. I've done that before where I've snagged on my own stuff. My stuff's real light, so. Oh. Dang. Well, it is close to the bank. Could wait out and get it. You take your shoes off. You. It ain't but 6, 8 inches deep right there. Oh boy. Uh, yeah, this is all sand bank here. This. I go in after fish all the time in this location. Now, not very many other places, but here, yep. I waded fish in this particular spot because this is all just a big beach. Now to the right over here, that collapses in over there, but here, pretty good. My my subscribers will attest. I went in yesterday for a big old 20-pound grass carp. Went up to my waist. I bare held into that thing and just. I mean, there's no way I got it to the shoreline here, and it I couldn't get it to the bank. Its head was that was that thick. I couldn't get it in any deep. So had to go in after her. Dang it. I heard it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, buddy. Dang it. Yeah, we're trying to get these rods set up back up, folks. All right, that looks pretty good to me. I hope you guys are enjoying the show today, and thank you for tuning in. Let's see, 33 people and 121 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. This is my epic. Oh boy, I missed some chat here tonight. Yep, here we go, folks. Let's see. Bonnie says, don't touch. Oh yeah, I got that. Hey Les, how you doing, Les? I missed you there, buddy. Les says MVP. How you doing, Les? Epic says I can't. Epic says, well, yeah, it was funny, Epic. Let's see, Mid and how you doing, Mid? Mid says hi. And seeing Mansa. How you doing, Mansa? Mansabo. Mansabo says hi. And Clayton. How you doing today, Clayton? Clayton also says hi. Epic says, yep, it was. Let's see. Rod says a nice view. Yep, a good view for the evening, Ron. Epic says LOL. Let's see a Manu. How you doing today, Manu? Manu says hi. Let's see Mo Seed. I see oh, Josie. How you doing, Josie? Josie says hi. And Gail says, did you get my oh, I'm sorry, did you donate? I'm so sorry, my friend. Oh yeah, I did, Gail. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. I do appreciate it, Gail. Let's get some WWs in the chat for Gail. Thank you, thank you, thank you, buddy. Yeah, I can definitely get something to eat now. Thank you so much. Thank you, buddy. Thanks so much, Gail. Thanks. Again, let's get some WWs in the chat for Gail. Down with the fishing emojis. Let's see, no F's, no fills. How you doing, Maddie? Maddie says, Mike, buddy. Close with the WWs. And down with the Gail. Gail says good. Let's see. Let's see, and Bonnie. Bonnie said with the W. The gems, my friend. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Maddie says, good, Mike. Awesome to hear, Maddie. An old friend of mine from the UK. Does fly tying and a lot of rainbow trout fishing. The big time supporter of the channel for since almost the beginning of my live feeds. Let's see. FS. Let's see. F Sanford. How you doing today, Sanford? Sanford says, where are you fishing? J Carlsbad, New Mexico? No, this is where are you fishing? You're from oh, Carlsbad, New Mexico. I got you. No, this is St. Louis, Missouri, my friend. We're down on the mighty muddy Mississippi, down by the arch in St. Louis. Let's see Rod with that $1.99 super sticker. That's super chat, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gotta go now. Hope you catch more fish and God bless. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for that super chat. Let me make sure to get you a thumbs up, buddy, and a heart on that. There you go, my friend. Again, thank you, my friend. I get so excited for super stickers, folks. Yeah, I do YouTube for over a year. When I should have been monetized and I couldn't scan in the final piece, and I was so yeah, I miss the super stickers. I do. I missed them for a long time. That looks okay. We're gonna flip that right out to that edge of that current, but where the current and the back current meet. Hopefully, that's where these fish are holding. Now, you guys see, I'm not very shy about leaving my rods lying around, huh? Now, mind you, I have lost a few rods down here, and a lot of that bait is gone. Yeah, I have lost a number of rods down here over the years. Let's get some bait in the water here. See if we can get these guys feeding a little bit. And all the gar that were down there, yeah, moved down here. I'm seeing them up by the surface, but man, hooking them out here can be even harder than hooking them over there. And that worm needs to be refreshed. I'm going to leave that in there for later in case I need it. But that worm was like just So stale. It'd been on there for too long. Something nibbled on out there and went, ugh. That's like you're hungry, right? And all you got are stale potato chips in front of you. Yeah, you're gonna eat them, but you ain't gonna like them. Let's see, make sure our mic feed is still in. Yep, she's still in. That's why I started wearing the mic feed on the hat, like Justin, so I can see that I'm not talking for 15 minutes with a mic feed dead. I've done that a number of times. That ain't funny. Well, it's funny to you guys. It's not to me. And that was fun. I don't get to do that much, folks. Have stuff that hits artificials down here on this river. Now on the lakes, yes, but not down here on the river. I rarely ever get fish that want to hit artificials down here, unless it's like super late fall or something, and the water's so low that the water's crystal clear. The fish can see pretty much anything, and they go after anything that moves because it's so crystal clear. All right, I'm going to sit here right on the edge of chat, folks, and get some more liquids in me. Now, we're right by the rod, so no worries. I'm right here, folks. Yeah, that's how hot it is, folks. The coffee's still hot. Again, thank you so much, my friend. 32 people in it, seeing 123 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. And our picture quality looks, it looks okay to me. It looks okay. Yeah, if someone wants to put that back up in chat, folks, we've got, let's see, 2 drum, 1 carp. Let's see, 1 channel catfish and 1 gar so far. That was a run, folks, and a half. It's about 2.5 hours of it. No, let me check the live feed. See how long we've been in. Feels like about 2.5 hours. And I can't tell. Our clock, after I moved her over here, I had to refresh her to get her cleared up, and I can't tell. Tell you what, I think I came in at about noon. So what is it? 1, 2, yep, 2.5 hours. That's not bad. That's what we usually do, folks. Our first hour and a half, 2 hours is I don't know, close rod. We'll do a straight up nonstop fishing action, and then we'll kind of set back. We'll set the rods out, and we'll come in and chat with you guys. But we'll still have we'll still have the rods out, and we're still catching fish. It feels like you got a lot of that bait off. In fact, about cleaned it. About cleaned it, folks. Yep, 2:30 actually. Yep, I started at about noon, wasn't it? So 2.5 hours. Okay. Yeah, up the hill ain't bad. It's the distance I got to travel to get back. I'm all the way to heck down here on the. I don't trust it down here. I got to travel like 2 miles down that way to get away from everybody. And I got to go back to the gas station to begin with too, because I got to recharge up all my stuff because I don't have any power source out here. So The last thing you want to do is be on a tent in a river with no electricity. I mean, nothing for your cell phone or yeah, that would be bad. You need something to at least call out. Yeah, that was a bad cast, folks. I did not like that cast at all. Oh, dude, what the heck? I went the all the friggin' worm off. Wonderful. Oh well. I'm glad I dug 4 dozen of these guys today. We'd have been out a while ago. Sometimes I'll do 4 hours, sometimes I'll do 3 hours. I try to push her to 3 hours the majority of the time, but look at that. You know what happened? Wing knot. I got a very small wing knot in the line right here. It's wrapped right around the edge, which is keeping her from casting. So I got to hand line that line out until I get that wing knot out. And I don't know how that formed, but that's the second time that's cast my bait off because the stupid thing was doing that. Well, at least I didn't cast it all off that time. There it goes. Still not pulling it out, but I wanted it a little further. Stupid thing. This is decent weight, decent line. Should bomb out there. And now it's way too far. Yeah, I'd like to get one for you, but they're tricky. I could spend 3, 4 hours out here with just them pick, 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 pick. Not hook one of them. And then another day I can come down here and hook them every single cast. Yep, sometimes they'll just pick it up and maul that bait, and other days they just double the rod over. Perfect. About time. About in time I got that one right. Get back in the chat here, see what's going on. Let's see, Makita. Big up, Mike. I am with you from South Africa. And I do appreciate it. I'll try to keep. Yep, usually lasts about 3 hours. So, yep. It's just I lose track of time when I'm out here sometimes. I thought it was about 2.5 hours, and yep, it's about 2.5 hours. 18 incredible people in and 124 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, the mic fee takes about an hour to charge, so 3 3 hours 8 minutes, 3 hours 10 minutes, 3 hours whatever. It's close. It's just a little bit past 3 hours, so just a couple minutes past 3. Let's see, we look good for chat right now, folks. Let's get some WWs in the chat for here for Rod. I know he's out of here, but I'm gonna do it anyways. He deserves it. And there you go. I forgot to do this. I usually do this at least once a feed. Put in my own account at least once as a bite on a Close rod again. Pop, pop, pop. Come on, buddy, hit it. It's really light pecks. Peck, peck. It's probably those buffalo. Because they'll do that. They'll just go ding, 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 and ding, 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 ding. They'll nose up to the bait and go. They'll basically mouth it. Sometimes they'll keep on mouthing it. Sometimes they won't. I mean, it's a toss up. Same thing if you're using corn with them. They'll sometimes do it. Sometimes they won't. I've had them pull in rods before, and then I've had them peck for 3 hours, and I never hook them. And this would be where the buffalo would be, back here in this almost still water back here. Kind of picking through this sand, seeing if they can find any like little crustaceans or crawfish or any type of algae or anything on any sticks. You okay? Oh, just washing off your hands. I got you. And I'm gonna refresh this one as well. This one didn't get a bite on her, so let's put some new bait on her. And looks like the majority of the bait's gone, of course. That's another thing down here, folks. In this river, if you don't get a bite in 10 minutes, chances are just recast, because guess what? Your bait's probably gone. Especially if you're using worm or corn or something. Ping, ping, I saw that. Ping, ping. Very, very lightly. Just wobble the tip of that sucker. That's good enough for that one. I see him pecking on it. Come on, buddy, hit it. Nah, I'm good. Oh, fish on, folks. Got him. What do we got? All right. I thought we were getting some. That's too. Is that too small? All right. That's just a little bit too small, folks. That's our third freshwater drum. I knew I was getting a peck bite over there. When MBP says he's getting a bite, believe him, folks. Cool fish. Awesome little freshwater drum, bud. Gotta love it, my friends. Yeah, that's bait size. We got corn and we got worms, so he's going back in the water. Cool buddy, folks. Gotta love it. Alright, let's get you back in the water. And imagine these guys be about 50 pounds down here too. And he's got it right on the top of his jaw, so I just gotta push back on that hook. Tighten and pull. Alright, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. And there he goes. Come on. Go down, go down, go down, go down. There you go. There he goes. See ya. Sometimes drum get weird. They act weird after you let them go. That's why I said don't get in the head of a drum. They act weird. All right, let's get this back out here, folks. They act weird. They sometimes go belly up for no dang reason. And all of a sudden, like 30 feet down the shoreline, they wake up and take off. Majority of the time, they just take off on you, but sometimes they won't wake up until they floated down the river for about 5 minutes. Watch him. I bet you when he gets down to them rocks, he'll wake up. They usually do. They act weird. And that's small enough. Something will eat him too if you don't watch it. Like an 8 or 10 pound flat, it'll come out of the rocks and go gulp. You know, to bite on worm. Whoa. Stupid rocks. Ah. What the heck is that? That slippery there, huh? Yeah, that's starting to get some bites now. Of course, on worm. Every time I try to sit down and chat with people, I get a bite. I like chatting with people while I'm down here. It's fun. I've got someone from South Africa on right now. You believe that? Yeah, South Africa. Makita. That's her name, Makita. On a big gar just hit the surface right in front of me. Man, that's 7 or 8 pounds right there. Yeah, you got fish over there like that. They're called needlefish. They're very similar to gar, except I believe needlefish are saltwater, while gar are freshwater. Freshwater and brackish. They can live in brackish stuff too. All right, where's that tablet? Let's get back into chat. You guys are enjoying the show today. All right, have a good day, buddy, and thank you again. Let's see. Boy, if you want to get the chat right, it's we've caught a lot of fish since Abby put that up. Let's see, we've caught let's see, 3 freshwater drum, a channel catfish, a common carp, and a gar. Let's see, if you put that up, I'll pin that. Let's see, Glenn, how you doing today, Glenn? Glenn says good afternoon and tight lines. And Zachary says, oh yeah. Let's see, Zach says I caught an 8-pound blue cat, all in the 5 to 8 pound range. Oh, you caught 8 in the 5 to 8 pound range. I got you. Nice. Let's see, Glenn says, nice haul, Zach. And Kevin, yes, says, yes, good day, Zachary. And Henry, how you doing today, Henry? Henry says hi. Zachary says, thanks, everyone. Henry says, nice. Still didn't get it right, Zach. Let's see. Put this down. 3 fresh, 3 drum, 1 channel catfish, 1 carp, and 1 gar. Let's see, Randy says, that's a good thing. And Smarty Pants says, I made it. Yes, you did, my friend. Let's see, Makita says, Big up and Mike, I'm still here and 100%. Yep, you got it that time, Zach. Let me pin that up for you, buddy. Oh, drop my stupid lighter to go into water. Go into water. There you go, Zach. Thank you. Yeah, that common carp was a big one, and that gar was a nice one as well. And we've had like 8 or 10 big gar hooked down there. They were on artificials. I couldn't keep them pinned. I did land one though. Let's see, Thomas. How you doing today, Thomas? Thomas says hi. And Kid, how you doing today, Kid? Kid says hi. Kid says stop, drop. Bike won't be able to stay very long. No worries, my friend. It's a bite on worm. Close to the bite. That's the close one again. Well, no. Feels like you might have cleaned the bait off again. Oh, I'm just pecking on it. Most of it's still on there. Chewed, though. Chewed as it may be, it's still on there. That's okay. Let's try a little closer in this time. Yeah, we were getting a ton of strikes on artificials earlier, but we couldn't keep them pinned, folks. I must add at least 7 or 8 of them hooked down there. Couple of big ones I had right up to the bank too. Zach says, fish on, folks. Man, that tried to pull her in. Man, that little drum tried to pull it in, folks. Just in time. Man, this little guy, he tried to pull it in. Sheesh. Yeah, this little stinker, he tried to pull it in, folks. That's a mean sucker. Mean guy. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this one. Cool fishy, folks. That's our 4th freshwater drum, so number 4. Gotta love it, my friends. Gotta love it. All right, buddy, let's get you in here for a close-up for everyone. Yeah, this one's a mean guy, so we'll give him his time on YouTube. Beautiful, buddy. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. If you want to replace that, Zach, it's fine or not. It's up to you if you want to put the same except to add a drum to it. No worries if you do, if you don't. We can wait. If you do, I'll pin that back up for you. If you don't, I'll wait. Squirmy wormies. Well, stinkers like to move around, don't they? This water's actually pretty clear, folks, for the water level. It's usually much more muddy than this for this high water. And I'm just slowly moving further and further out with each cast. I probably should put up a few more rocks here, shouldn't I? If I had some bigger rocks here, all I've got these tiny little suckers. Folks, I think that will do. Let's get back into chat. Oop, there goes the tablet. Dropped on the ground. Let's see, Thomas says, no big ones today. Yeah, that carp was about 10 pounds. No, that's what I consider to be a river monster. Anything over 10 pounds. Now, nothing in the like 20 and 30-pound range, but still, that carp was pretty good. Carp was about 10. Let's see. Oh, kid says, I meant for catfish. I meant lines for catfish. Well, they've all got worm on them, so these two can definitely get some catfish. I've gotten this particular spot. I've gotten 50-pound blue and flathead this time of the day. This hole is about 20 feet deep in front of me, so guarantee it. There's some big ones coming here to the shallows. Especially those flathead this time of the year. They'll come right in by the bank. Yep, you got it right, Zach. Sorry about having to catch that next fish right after you pinned it up. Guaranteed, if someone pins up something, I'm going to catch another fish. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it, my friend. Let's see, kid with the fire emojis. It then says, that's one. Look, that one looked purple. Yeah, they got some interesting colors to them. I'll agree. Some got chrome, some of them got bright silvers, whites, purples. That's in Crazy. How you doing today, Crazy? Crazy says yes. Eric with the heart emojis. The help heart, uh, the medical heart emoji things. But appreciate those hearts. Thank you, my friend. And Joe, how you doing today, Joe? Joe says hi. Let's see, Zach says of course. Thomas says true. You would know that for sure. Big fish in there. What's the biggest you caught? 132-pound lake sturgeon. That was caught back in 1982. And actually, about right. You see where that point is over there? That's where I hooked that fish. And I ran all the way down to the not this bridge, but the next bridge down before I turned that fish. And I finally she come running back the other direction. Or if she'd have kept on going down the river, I wouldn't have been able to land her. Let's see. I meant I'm going to set up some lines for catfishing tonight. Oh, I got you. Good luck, Limblom. Hope you catch some monsters, my friend. Thomas says, wow. Yeah, that fish took me over 2 hours to land. And by land, I mean I got its head up into the sand, and that was it. I took some measurements, and yep, that fish was gone. No way I could have lifted that fish in by myself. With the length, girth, and width measurements, that fish weighed 132. Epic says it's all love. Here, keep being epic. The 25 incredible people in and 137 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, I'm not over by you guys. I'm actually pushed back just a little bit from the rods here so I can sit in the shade. The shade's just making it down to the shoreline, so I'm sitting right here in a nice sandy bar. Yeah, I'm setting my butt in the sand. Oh, wait a minute. I got Justin Thunderbird. I don't have a butt. Never mind. That's just a joke, folks. Not so much. Has been one epic live stream, folks. But that started off with those guard everything down there, running up that gully. Let's see. Crazy says, "Hey, hope everyone is having a great day. Hope you're having a great day too, Crazy." See, Thomas says, "Good thing you went in a small boat." Free, uh, free ride. Huh. Yeah, I have to make it down here and back myself, so I'm gonna get back to my campsite eventually as the sun starts to set. Let's see, and Joe, how you doing today? Joe is back in. Joe says hi. Or still in. I mean, he could have been still in and just saying hi again. Crazy says, I'm having a good day. But watching some fishing makes it a great day. You got that right, my friend. Getting out fishing makes it an awesome day. Doesn't matter if you catch anything as long as you get out. Let's see. Epic says, live in the desert. And don't have a lake review, so I enjoy watching you. Sounds good to me. I haven't lived in desert before. Now, St. Louis is considered one of those concrete deserts, per se. Man-made deserts that, you know how they are, but I actually haven't lived in a desert before. Let's see, Joe says, how's the fishing going? Pretty good, my friend. Ford freshwater drum, a gar, a carp, and a channel catfish. Channel catfish was also about 2.5, 3 pounds as well. See, Thomas says, you would never starve here. I can. If all else fails, folks, I can always catch a fish and eat it down here. I've caught. Died. It does that. We're at 3 hours and 4 minutes, so that's pretty much all she wrote for the mic feed. Yep, these things only last about 3 hours, so. Let's be charged back up. I just got a shout down towards you guys. In fact, I could probably move you closer. I can move you guys quite a bit closer so you can hear me. There you guys go, folks. And get you guys a lot closer so you guys can hear me better. With the mic feed gone, not gonna be able to hear me so well. Let's fight. Got a fish on, folks. That's a little bigger. What do we got? Running in with it. We got another freshwater drum. Awesome. That's the 5th freshwater drum of the day. Yeah, these guys are perfect to eat. This size. Yeah, I'm sorry about this. You don't have to hear this. Well, you do have to hear it, but I'm not going to do it to you. All right. Awesome fish, folks. See, all you have to do is scale this, gut him, cut his head off, clean him out in the water, get all that yucky stuff out. Well, actually, you don't even have to cut his head off. Just scale him and gut him, and stick a stick through one end to the other and put him right over an open flame. Incredible fish, folks. Gotta love it. They actually taste very, very good. Gotta love it, my friends. Yep, lucky, icky, yeah. Ugh. Don't look so good anymore, does he? All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, they don't like to wake up. Look up. And there he goes. Weird drum. Now, weird drums do the same thing as rainbow trout do sometimes. They just go belly up for no dumb reason. That one took off on me, that one. Let's see, Zach says, no problem. See, Makita says, that's better. Let's see, Zach says, yep, you got it right. Zach, let me repin that. Thank you, my friend. I pulled you guys in just a little bit closer so you can hear it. Now, I know you don't get as good a view with the rod, but that way you guys can hear me and I can still man the fishing rod. Much better chance of hooking them than sitting there way behind you guys. Most people do like to see their host. I do too. I admit it. I don't mind my host walking off, sitting down for a little bit. It's understandable. Things you got to do in private that YouTube doesn't like, you know, bodily functions and that sort of stuff. I mean, obviously that, you know what I mean. I like to see my host a lot, as much as possible. Doesn't matter if I see much of my host, as long as I get to see a little bit of him. Mine says, I can see the rod's fine. It says yummy. Oh, yeah, they're very good. In fact, if you want to be fancy about it, get a little honey mustard and put that on the skin, the inside and the outside of that before you cook it. And, you know, roast that over the flame and let that flame, you know, really scorch that honey mustard. Very good. 19 incredible people still in it. See it, 142 thumbs up. This is a bite. Oh man, missed him. Man, these guys are hitting every single cast out here right now, folks. I finally hit a spot where we're getting some active bites. Hard to tell these fish between anything else because that big 10-pound carp I got earlier didn't do anything but peck on it. These guys are doing the same thing. Come on, big guy. I know there's got to be a big buffalo or something sitting right out in front of me. You got to get in wrong. The only problem is that I won't be able to tell the difference between them and the drum because they bite the same dang way. Everything bites that way down here, folks. Everything bites. Little peck bites. Just little bing, 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 bing. Every so often you'll get something to double the rod over, but not very often. Goodbye, that's the second on it. Pick that line up, I saw it move. There's no current over here. Virtually none, so that line can move at all. I'm sure Justin's on feed by now, too. Yeah, he usually starts this around 3:30 or 4. I was about a half hour late. About a half hour late on my feed today. I usually start around 11:30. So very comfortable with the action we've had today and the catches. Proper editing, you can do a lot with some decent content. Is that a jet? There's a lot of jets that go over here. It was probably a jumbo jet. You get a lot of airplanes that go. Lambert Airport's pretty close. Yeah, Highway 70 is right behind us, and a lot of times the jets follow follow Highway 70 right up into Lambert Airport. I don't know either that. That's basically you'll watch them running up and down like that. Does that. Backing off. And there we are. Smarty Fences. Hi, friend. Smarty Fences. Good afternoon, my friend. Good afternoon to YouTube. You're enjoying the show, Smarty. We almost broke the double digits. 6, 7, 8. 2 more fishes, then we can reach the double digits. Gracias. De nada. I know a little bit of Spanish, not much. I know. I went to. Oh boy, look at that. Right over the left. I went to Catholic school, so I know how to say Hail Mary and Our Father in Spanish. That's about it. Yep. That's what they taught us. And how to count, basically. Just thank you. 23 and 144 awesome folks. Try it again. Come on. Nope, kept on nibbling that. Never wanted to hit it fully. Never wanted to commit fully. Yeah, we still got quite a few worms left. And we still got part of a can of corn over there as well. I ain't even fried corn today. I've been unos momentos preocupados with worm today. That's a big one. It's right over here to the left. Let me see if I can get near them. Oh, yeah, it's about right where they were, too. I don't know what those were, but I get dang near on top of them. They kind of look like big grass carp playing. They do that on occasion, folks. Well, they'll come up to the top, and they'll get like a little parasite or something on the side of their fin, and they'll get up and they'll turn sideways and they'll flip their fin like flippers, trying to get that parasite off their fin. Doesn't always work, but one snag over there. Wanted to check. That's over there by a big lump of rocks. I know where that is. Probably what they're doing too is digging into the rocks, trying to see what finding crustaceans or anything down there. Some little crawfish. Thomas says, I think you're green genius. I don't know about that. Yeah, fishing genius. I really don't know. I think I get lucky a lot of times. Yeah, I really do. I think you get lucky down here a lot. But honestly, that guy was fishing over there beside me. He caught one drum. Within 3 feet of me, I caught 2 drum, a gar, a channel catfish, a carp. I don't say much more than that. Enough said. Man, his fishing gear was more expensive than everything I own. Seriously, one rod was like $400. I seen that online. The thing has like 600 ball bearings in it or something. That's a joke. Yeah, I figured it out. That's I'm not that. Yeah, I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart there. Yeah, oh, fight. I see him pecking on it. Thinking about it. Boy, there's some big bubbles over there to the left too. Boy, I think we're in for it, folks. Look at those bubbles. Now something's digging in right where my bait is. Probably what this line that was something glancing that line. Just sliding, yep, just sliding perfectly. Let me switch up these rods. I can't reach this with my big rod. It's too far away. This is in way too shallow water, and that's why that stopped getting bites. Friggin' bait cleaned off of it. See them bubbles right there? I want to get right in front of there. It was far enough out. By about 3 feet. That's better. Look at that spooked one out there, man. I think I'll put corn on this one. We don't have many worms left, so I'm gonna save what I do with that canned corn. Oh, what I do with that stuff. did I do with that corn? Oh, I see. It's right over here. Duh. Why didn't somebody tell me it was right over there? You guys know I'm blind on one side. I told you I'm blind on the side. I can't see that dang can. Put them off the boat. So it doesn't tear the kernels up and I put them on. See, they're pretty fermented. I'll bring enough of these on here to cover that hook and then some. I don't have many kernels left. I can't wait to cut it rock. No, I'm not a fish. Fish like sand with that horn. Is that like a specialty? Sign for fish. Corn inside of sand. Problem with this one is I'm not going to be able to cast it likely. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and one more. It's going to hand line this one out so it gets out there in the right spot. That's okay. Could have been a little further, but that'll work. I don't want my team to pick. Come on. That's got to be down there right where that big one is. Gotta be right where that big one is down there. Alright, that one's got corn on her. She's out there pretty good distance. Keep the hand line set out. Stop. Man, whatever that is, protecting on it so gently, it's not even getting the bait off. Those little drums and channel cats and other stuff, when they hit something like that, they usually get some of the worm off on you. That sucker didn't get any of the worm off. And I'm just gonna let it dangle. Sometimes that'll get them. Just let one little end dangle. Okay, he's still right over there. He's moved a few feet further out. He's moved closer to me over here. I think he's smelling the corn. He started to work his way up here. Alright, let's get back in the chat. You guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was me. I keep that rod. I hate it when it does that. It kicks off of what I'm watching for no reason. Cat, how you doing today, Cat? Cat says hello. Just stop by, say hello, and leave a like. And later. And take care. All right, Cat. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you have a great day. And come back soon. But it's 147 thumbs up. Let's go. Double tap the screen and share us out as friends. It's free. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you, cuz. Right on corn. I saw that pop up. Very, very lightly pecking on it. You're still getting bites even after. Oh, I should have set the hook. He was running with it. Should have set the hook, folks. He was running with it. Look at that. Got enjoy that corn off. Remember how many kernels I put on there? There's like 4 left out of 8. I was wondering if this one was any good. It seems to be good. And I saw that line tighten up, right? And I saw him peck a couple times, and the line started going that way for a second. Usually those common carp or buffalo that do that, they'll grab it and run up current. They have other fish around, they want to keep the bait away from them. So they just start running up current with it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 1. The only way I can get this heavy rod out here with this light line. I mean, heavy rod it with a light weight. You can't line her out like that. Too fast again. Same spot again. I want to put corn on this other rod if they're hitting corn that good. Maybe I can get one big one on here for you guys before the end of the feed. Wouldn't that be great? In the day with a monster fish. You got me interested, folks. You got those bubbles keep moving. He keeps going back out here and he keeps working his way back in this direction. So he keeps circling that worm. Ada, how you doing? Ada says hi. How you doing today, Ada? If you don't have, if you can't speak English, emojis are fine. Pick it up again. One armful. Now, that's probably what it was. I just saw either a common or a grass carp come up to the surface right there. More fishes today? Any more? Any more? Any more? Are we getting any more today? Flan, how you doing today, Flan? Flan says hi. We just went really pixelated for some reason. Oh, there we went. Right back. Never mind. Yeah, we were really blurry there for a second there. What the heck that was about? I was gonna fix that camera up. We're looking okay now. 32 incredible people in and 147 thumbs up. Let's see. Timmy, I have chips and candy and drink. Can I move in with you? I'm kidding, not so much. Got me drooling now. What kind of soda? What kind of drink, anyways?
What's going on, Mike?
Hey, Dave, what's up?
What, got it right?
Yeah, a lot of nice ones today. You heading back to the gas station here?
What?
So you heading back to the gas station here in a minute?
Right?
Yeah, if I could, really. If it's okay with you.
Yeah, I got somebody with me. I'm trying back.
Oh yeah, that's fine. No worries. I don't worry about that. Let me just shut this down, okay?
What?
Let me just shut this down. Maybe 10 minutes. All right. I'm gonna shut her down, folks. Let's see. Master Energy drink. Okay, that's cool. I drink a lot of Mountain Dew. I'm gonna shut her down, folks. I got to ride back to the gas station so I can charge up my stuff before nightfall. There's a bite on a car ride down there. I see that. It's on, folks. It's on. What do we got? Awesome. Well, it's always nice to end the day on a fishy. Awesome. Awesome fish, folks. Incredible. End the day on a fishy. Sorry about being crooked there, but it happens. Awesome fish, folks. Yeah, I got a ride home, so I'm gonna call it a day. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just gonna add my old good luck, stay safe. Hope to see you on the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day, my friends. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.